Alright. Alright, so check it out, guys. We are 3 people who really love and enjoy Anthem. And I know there's a lot of haters, but I give you guys credit for hating because Bioware did, you know, mess up some stuff. Bioware did, honestly, to be honest, oh, this is my Iron Man suit. They did start the game off with a lot of glitches, so I always say this. I can't take up for the things that they did wrong, but I can take up for the things they got right. So, obviously, everybody who reviewed this game, whether they said it was terrible or not, they all said the game is unique, the gameplay is amazing, and what they got right was flying and fulfilling your power fantasy, feeling like you're super powerful, and like you're some superhero, Iron Man, blah, blah, blah. So what we want to talk about is what could Bioware implement to make you actually want to play this game? And I think all the other games, let's say Division, Destiny, what they have that this doesn't have is PvP. PvP being a mode that makes you play every day because your whole thing is you want to be better than somebody, you want to have bragging rights, blah, blah, blah. So what we want to come together is tell you guys some ideas we had, and hopefully this gets to Bioware. And I personally haven't heard anybody mention these ideals besides, I thought a while ago, what it could have. And then, you know, Rich is on, and also, or Brendan Wolf, should I say, and Eric, or Super McNasty. So this is what we think. I personally think this game could use a mode like Gambit. So if you guys play Destiny, you know in Gambit, you really don't play against other people, or like so to speak, as in PvP. You kind of play PvE, and then every now and then somebody could jump through and you fight that person. But just imagine if Bioware doesn't want to have to worry about it be so hard to always balance in because the game has PvE and PvP. Just let it be like Gambit, where it's us fighting creatures, and when we kill creatures, we spawn a big boss and we beat that boss. And make it short and simple. And just imagine at the same time we're doing it, there's another team of 4 people doing the same exact thing, but we're trying to see who could do it faster. And then we could implement it kind of like how Destiny has the forges. If you played it, you got to grab these balls and throw them into this thing. Well, in this game, you already got the echoes where you grab and you fly and you put them into this thing. So just imagine as you killing enemies, they drop echoes or spawn echoes, you grab them, you fly, you put them into a thing, and you do so many, and then you beat the round, and then the next round open. Just imagine if you had that, but your 4-man team versus another 4-man team, and who could do it faster. I personally think that would be amazing, and I would personally play it more often because it'll be challenging. And just real quick, I want to add, like, you could even call it the javelin games. Like, let's say it's like a sport. Like in the world of, I guess what it's called. The world in this game is called Bastion, right? So just imagine in Bastion, they got a thing called the javelin games, and like you get in your suit and you fight and kill creatures, and see if your team could kill more creatures than the other team. I think it'd be good. But what do you guys think?
How about like a race mode? Like, remember how they had Sparrow Racing?
Oh yeah.
But like, have it like where you have a course, but then like you have to maybe in the middle of the race, like you have to fight a couple people or clear out
fly.
area, and then, well, no, like that's what I'm saying. Like fly, go to an area, clear it out, and then see who can do it. Like
Yeah, because I get it. Because like as you're racing, so to speak, because we're flying.
That part of the game too.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta make it balanced because obviously the Colossus is gonna be slow. So like if you do have something like make it balanced, have like you have to
Right. So then you gotta clear a wave, right?
Yeah.
And then that's where the Colossus should be able to catch up or benefit from your team, help the team out.
Yeah.
Or I mean, like I played Warframe, and Warframe has like endless mode, like where basically it doesn't end.
You look strong. Good job.
Oh wow.
I forget what that's called.
Wait, I got something more. Close by.
Well, here's something I think a lot of people probably played before, and they could definitely use. I think a lot of people definitely played Gears of War. And what Gears of War I think started off making popular is a horde mode. Like just imagine it's us four, right? And we don't even, damn, I keep tracking. We don't even have to go against another team. It could just be us playing a horde mode and like,
yeah, this would be real fun.
yeah, think about it. Like, oh, like every 10 levels, then there's a chest. So you have to make it like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, blah, blah, blah. And the higher up you get, the better the chances are. It can still be RNG, but the better chances for you to get something really good in the chest. I think that is like, dude, I would log in and be like, yo, like yesterday we got to level 14. Oh, you know what I got? I got a legendary. Like, I would definitely log in to play that. You know, daily, because it'll be fun. It'll be something that you could do over and over. And
yeah, I think it would just give you a new fun way to do things, to where it's not like, oh, let me just go do this mission. Oh, let me go do this mission. I hope I get this drop. It's more something fun to play, where it's like, all right, well, every 10 rounds, you know, we know we're gonna get a chest, and that's another possibility.
Exactly.
Of getting whatever you drop.
And on top of that, I was talking about earlier, so this game is all about levels. Like, they got easy, normal, hard, Grandmaster 1, Grandmaster 2, Grandmaster 3. So, like you said earlier, just imagine if you do like, oh man, we play Grandmaster 1, because again, it's how strong you are. So you might be weak, and you might be holding the team back. But you might randomly, oh man, we did that Grandmaster 2, and I really wasn't strong enough to do but hard, and I got a drop. We got the level 14, so I got the, you know, the round 10 chest, and I got a legendary, and now my light level got boosted up, or my gear score, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, that would be cool.
It would, and it would give us also a way to, you know, just make it a game again, and just a little competitive, you know? Like,
right,
yeah,
because
also, we're all on teams, but we could also be competitive with our friends, whether we decide to go public with a team, or think about it, do horde mode solo, and then you could be like, oh, well, I did this and I did that, and you know, they'll have leaderboards and stuff.
Oh yeah, and that's cool. Really, yeah, because imagine if they did have, like, you could do solo, you could do duos, and then look at this too. Let's say even if we played, right, it wasn't solos, but the 4 of us playing, they show how many enemies we killed. So yeah, we're on teams, but we could brag like, bro, I killed 28 enemies.
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
You know,
yeah.
it'd be like, oh man, because you know how we are. We're always like, oh, well, look how much damage I did, or I did this. Like, just that alone, you will play just to be like, watch, I'm gonna get so many kills on Grandmaster 3. Like, man, you crazy. Like, you know how me and you, we was trash talking to each other who got the more powerful weapons. I'm like, man, your weapon is not more powerful than mine. Yes, it is. But like, well, let's put it to the test. Let's play horde mode and see how many people you kill. And then, not to mention, depending on the javelin you pick, you're like, that's because you had the Colossus. You was more like, oh, well, use your Colossus. Like, it would give people so many reasons to use so much stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I think, you know, it's a game, so giving people a little reason to be a little competitive is also extremely good as well.
Yeah, I mean,
and give people also another little reason to play on their own, you know.
Yeah, and then they could have like you know, mechanics where, okay, maybe every 10 stages, so check me out, every 10 stages you could change your javelin. So, oh, you know what? I'm dying to get to the 10th stage, because you think about it, your javelin is locked, but every 10 stages you could pick something different. And different weapons.
Think about it. They can have like different stages. Like, think about it. So like, you know how when you pick a stronghold, you know, you're going to a certain area. So how about when you do hordes, they give you a couple little modes, you know, just so you have a couple different areas to do these hordes in.
Mm-hmm.
And not that every couple rounds they let you pick a different javelin. You just know at one point we gotta find this certain special thing or whatever that's gonna allow us to change javelins or something. Like, you know, like how you know, but you know, to say like, you know how Call of Duty had their zombies, you know, you had to find the mystery box wherever it was in that area to be able to get a new gun or something. So what if they did something like that, where you had to like fight for it or try to figure out a puzzle, or you know, whatever it was, or find something. So that's how you'd be able to change your javelin. So, you know, I'm sure they could, you know, get real creative.
Yeah, definitely. And like, my whole thing, I want to go back to the mode, if they had something similar to Gambit, is like, the cool thing with Gambit is, so you're fighting all these enemies, just like this game. Imagine you're flying. I mean, you gotta admit, the flying is so amazing, right? So let's say we're all flying around, we're fighting enemies, right? And then, you know, they can have the echoes. You grab the echoes, you put the echoes in the thing, just like, you know, when you playing Gambit, because you gotta get so many. What are they calling Gambit, Rich? The things you put in, the you know, when you kill enemies, you keep grabbing the things, and you got to see who get the 75 first. Dang, I haven't played Destiny in so long, I forgot. Well, let's just say you had to get like, I know I'm stealing here, guys. So just, I know, but let's say you had to get 75.
But hey, listen, everybody is.
No, yeah, look at Fortnite. Dude,
Everybody
Fortnite robs
is turning into
everybody.
their own thing. Yeah, everybody is and turning into their own thing. So all we're saying is, hey, listen, create your own thing.
Exactly.
Add a little bit of what everybody got and make it your own thing. And I'm pretty sure you guys will knock it right out of the park.
Yeah, I mean, because what I'm saying is, let's say, yeah, exactly. We just know. I just want to show off my stuff real quick. Look, guys, there go my Bumblebee. There go my Iron Man. There go my Predator. Woo, look at that. Hold it real quick. Just want to show off my Iron Man Hulk Buster. Yeah, look at that. I want to show off my Killing Machine. This is my own little creative thing I made up. My Megatron. Give me the cube, boy. My Optimus. I know. Real quick, if I would have a Magneto. Look at the colors. Oh, man. And then I named this Wolverine just because it got the colors and because this character actually does melees. Real quick, I want to say something about this game too. One thing I want to say, just highlight, is the fact that, so when you get, let's say you had the Horde mode, and when you get to like 10 rounds, then they allowed you to switch characters. The reason being is this game is unlike, let's say, Destiny, and I'm not knocking, but when you play Destiny, you play the Hunter, Warlock, and Titan. For the most part, they all are like the same characters. To be honest, the super is different, but pretty much some supers like the same super, just in their version. But this game, each character feels different. Yeah, they could all fly, but some characters could hover longer. Some characters' special is just melee. It's like the Interceptor. You just like, you feel like you're Ninja Gaiden. You got like 3 double jumps, like or triple jumps. Like you know, each character feel like the Colossus in this game. You feel you're the big, bulky, slow robot that could take a lot of damage. So that's why, in our variation of some type of Horde mode, it will be cool to be able to switch characters when you get so far, because maybe you might know, like, oh, you know, 11 to 20 enemies are going to be kind of different. So you want to have, like, you know, some different type of enemies. Oh, Eric, do you want to pick your next thing? Your next Oh
yeah, no problem. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so real quick, I want to get back to the not the Horde mode, but if they had a mode like Gambit. So let's say you grab the echoes and you put the echoes in, and whoever get 25 echoes first spawns in Destiny. They spawn their what's the boss called in that, Rich? Dang, I haven't played Destiny that long. I'm forgetting. Spawn the. Remember, you spawned like the big boss, but the big boss was called something.
Primeval.
Yeah, you spawn a Primeval. Well, in this game, you will spawn... Oh, yeah, and the moats. The moats is the things you grab. So in Destiny, you grab all the moats. You run up to this thing. You put the moats in. Well, in this, you could fly around. Because imagine, the echoes are floating in the air. You could fly around and grab the echoes out the air. And then fly back and land and drop them in. Dude, that would be so cool. Because grabbing the echoes is one of the most fun things I like doing. So imagine you flying, grabbing the echoes. Let's just say the number 75. So you... Again, us 4 fighting these creatures, flying, grabbing echoes, dropping them in, get 75 echoes, and then, bam, we spawn a Titan. Or like the big spider boss, or just, you know, the big crazy looking bosses in this game. Just imagine how cool that would be in the world of, you know, of Anthem, flying around. Like, dude, that would be like never before done.
They can have levels of it too. Cause think about it, they give you like a Earth 6 to start off with or something like that. And then Spider Bot, Titan. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, like it would be something pretty serious. Pretty serious. I'm ready, guys, if y'all guys ready. But Rich, man, I think you onto something. If you had a racing mode, like Sparrow Racing League. Oh man. And like you said, but you got a battle in between. Oh wait,
yeah, because you gotta balance it out.
I forgot I wanted to pick a different javelin. I'm gonna pick my Colossus.
I'm about to just pick both of mine up, so I don't have to worry about going back to it.
Okay. Picking my Optimus for this mission. But yeah, I mean, you know what? I want to take the time to just say, like, I know this game doesn't have a lot of content right now, but what it does have on the side is gameplay. And I feel like every game, when you define it, like if you like God of War, you want Kratos to be ripping heads off, and just the gameplay, the way he is with his chains, or the new one with the axe, you throw it comes back. If you play Destiny, you're more into like, okay, well, you know, it's all about these special weapons you get, which define the type of playstyle you have. Well, my whole thing with Anthem is the gameplay in Anthem is the fact that you're flying around is just solid, and it makes me want to come back, but I know right now it just doesn't have as much content. But that's what we're saying. BioWare, if you're listening, take some of these ideals. You need to come up with something to make people want to log on to every day. To make and PvP is long story short. Look at people who play Call of Duty. Rich, you got to ready up. They'll play Call of Duty every day, and all they're doing is killing each other. Look at worse than that. Look at the Battle Royale games. You don't even get nothing when you win. Like zero at all. But you playing just to see if you could win. Well, I'm saying bragging rights. Oh, I came in first place. If you could, let me get this please. If you could just, you know, if they just made some type of mode in this where I want to play every day. Now, granted, the core game is cool. Me playing, trying to get drops. But if I just had some type of something to make it competitive, where me and my friends,
just make it a little funner while we chase these drops. That's all I ask.
Yes, something that, but put a little bit of competitive in it. You know, some type of thing that maybe count scores, something that's gonna count how well I'm doing.
Well,
you know,
because I think at the end of the day, that competitiveness is what's gonna bring back all those people who are a little unsure. They're gonna fall back now.
Sorry about that. But yeah, like imagine if they announce Anthem have the Javelin games, and in the Javelin games, yo, it will blow people's mind, because first of all, people are like, well, Anthem doesn't have PvP, and then people, because before the game came out, they had a poll, and over 70% of people said they don't want PvP, because when PvP is introduced, you always got to do so much patches and balances, so I get it. You know, Destiny, they always got a meta, the quote-unquote meta, because one gun can't be, you know, one type of gun can't be so powerful but for so long. Like, you just won't use other guns. Like, oh, shotguns is like super powerful, so I don't even use an auto rifle, blah, blah, blah. Well, just, you know, we don't really need PvP, but if we have some type of competitive thing in PvE world, you know, that's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. Anything else you could think you want to add to it, Rich? Yeah. What about you, Eric?
No, honestly, I think we're hitting the nail on the head right here. Honestly, if we could just give us some competitiveness. I personally don't mind it. Hey, listen, not everybody is supposed to, like, it's not supposed to be so easy to have everybody running around max level. I totally get that. That's fine with me that it's a little hard to get these legendaries. That's cool. But just make it a little funner, and then I think competitiveness will bring, you know, that out and bring that funness back while we taste these drops. I think that's just the whole bottom line, and I think we, you know, listed a couple ideas that could help bring that competitiveness into it, and of course they can throw their own spin on it. But as long as we can do that, they can keep. I don't mind it being so hard chasing these legendaries. Make it a little fun while we do it, you know.
I agree. I agree. And I feel like just playing games, I know that if you had a way to make me want to get on every day, you know, just something that feels like it's the proverbial carrot. Like when you think of Destiny, people play every day because they're just trying to get these special weapons. But what happens when they get the special weapons? They're cool, but then eventually, after a while, they get all the special weapons, they don't even want to play anymore. So what they end up doing, you end up playing PvP, PvP, PvP. So it's like in this game, I want to play every day because the gameplay is solid. But if you give me a reason to really play every day, man, like on top of this, I'm playing just because the core game itself is fun as hell. Like, yeah, me just running around, jumping, flying, stop, shooting, like, I'm loving it. Like shooting my fire and burning stuff up and doing the big combos, like, it's cool. But BioWare, please. I know we can't say anything more, but we threw y'all some ideas. We don't care if you use our ideas.
No, it's totally okay.
Yeah.
To make the game funner, and not you know, this is just my own little personal thing, but this is my first MMO class game, right? That's what we consider it.
Yep.
And so personally, I wanted to take out
looter shooter.
well, looter shooter, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to take out the monopoly of the game right now.
So say that again. I think you got a little low.
So I need Anthem to pretty much, since this is my first MMO or looter shooter type class game, I need Anthem to step it up so that they can take out the monopoly of the MMO game, and that's
So you want this to really legitimately be the proverbial Destiny killer?
Yeah, in a sensible way, yeah. I need it to pretty much, I want it to be the game. I wanted this to be the game that's talked about. I mean, obviously because I'm playing it, but you know, I want this to be the game that's like, oh well, you know, everybody's talking about this, but if you know you want to talk about something else, then we can talk about this a little bit. You know, I don't want Anthem to be the small talk of the conversation.
I mean, the thing is, the gameplay that it has, it can be. All we need is that content. If you give us some good content and content to come back to, it will be that game that you're talking about. Like, it will be, and I think it can be. And I'm not, you know, I'm a diehard fan. Like, I just want to say this: I played Destiny since the beta of Destiny 1, and I played legit. I don't want to say every day, but nothing has got me to get away from Destiny besides when it got a little stale, and I played Monster Hunter for about 2 months. But as soon as it got new content, I went back. Well, this game came out, and I legitimately start playing the first day, and I never went back to Destiny, and it's been well over a month. And Destiny got new content, and they added my favorite hand cannon back, the Thorn. And this game still got me. So if this game could get me, and it's still kind of empty and need content, I could just imagine the other people that may sway to think this is a big game with good content. But that's about it, guys. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Bioware, I hope this finds its way to you guys. And listen, all the other YouTubers, listen. If you hear this, just come up with your own ideas. As long as the community, the Anthem community, is trying to come up with
supporting them with ideas.
Yeah, just bounce ideas off each other. Know that we came up with it first, but just yeah, you know, just bounce them ideas. And I'm glad Rich was on here because nowhere did it cross me about a racing thing. And the Spiral Racing League was pretty cool.
And obviously because you know, he said the Spiral Racing, but obviously we most likely want to be racing, flying. And
it
would be very smart, and which is genius, as Richard said, that to do something like racing, because it would really get to allow you to utilize one of the funnest part of the game that literally everybody says is so fun, and that's fine. So that makes sense.
I agree. Woo, this is ripping. All right, well, guys, thanks for listening. We appreciate it. And oh yeah, check us out every Wednesday 8 p.m. Because we're streaming. All right, and now your mom knows.